Okay, we're going to continue with exercise 3.9, looking at census for the adults and children and the newborns. As you can see, I have the table that is located on page 33 in your textbook, worksheet number 1, exercise 3.9. If you will look, we have A and C, which is our adults and children, and then we have our newborns. So this is our 12 o'clock census. We have our adult and children admissions, our newborn admissions, our transfers in, our adult and children totals, newborn totals, our adult and children discharges, our newborn discharges, our transfers out, our 1159 census for adult and children, 1159 census for newborns, those that were admitted and discharged, the adult and children service days, and the newborn service days. Okay, we want to get the total for adults and children, so we're going to use the adult and children information that we have here in the following columns. So, to make this easy, I'm just going to go ahead and circle the information that we need in order to get the total here. So, we have 162, the start census. We add that to the 2 that were admitted and the 10 that were transferred in for a total of 194. We then go and subtract the 19 that were discharged and the 10 that were transferred out for a total of 165 adults and children. We then add the one that was admitted and discharged for a total of 166 service days for adults and children. We're going to do the same thing for day 2. We know that we carry our 165 ending census, which is our starting census for day 2. We're going to add our 29 adult and children admissions and our 8 that were transferred in. This gives us a total of 202. We're then going to subtract the 23 discharges and the 8 that were transferred out. That will give us a total of 171 for our ending census. We're then going to add the admissions and discharges, which is 0, for a total service days of 171. Taking the 171 here, our ending census, as we know, is our start census for day 3. So 171, we're going to add our 14 admissions for adults and children, our 3 that were transferred in. This will give us a total of 188. We're then going to subtract the 24 discharges and the 3 that were transferred out. This will give us a total of 161. We'll then add the one that was admitted and then discharged in the same day for a total of 162 service days. We'll have 161 for our starting census. We're going to add the 24 that were admitted and the 5 that were transferred in for a total of 190. We're then going to subtract the 25 discharges and the 5 that were transferred out for a total of 160. Since there's nothing here in this area for those that were admitted and discharged, we're going to assume that that is 0. So we're going to add 160 to 0, and that's going to give us total service days of 160. We're going to proceed as follows. Looking at the newborns, let's go ahead and perform these calculations. Okay, we have 2 newborns for our starting census. We have 1 birth. This gives us a total of 3 that are in our nursery. None of the newborns left, and so we have an ending census of 3. Service days for newborns is going to be the same as our census, so we're just going to carry that 3 right over to our service days. Basically, newborns cannot be admitted and then discharged in the same day because they're actually born within the facility. For an adult patient or a child, it's easy for them to come in and leave within 1 day. For a newborn, typically, obviously, they're born within the facility. Looking at the next, day 2, we have our 3 newborns. We're going to add the 0 births for a total of 3. We're then going to subtract the 1 newborn discharge, and we're going to get a total of 2 newborns. We're going to carry these 2 over, and we will have 2 service days. Our ending census is going to be the start census for the next day, which is 2. We're going to add the 2 that we have in our nursery to the 2 that are admitted. We're going to get a total of 4 newborns. We're going to subtract the 0. There were 0 that were discharged for a total of 4. 4 is also going to be our service day, and 4 will start our census for day 4. Okay, we're going to add 4 to 0 because there were no babies born, and so our census, or our total, is going to be 4. None of the newborns left, so our ending census still remains at 4 and our service days at 4. Please try to work the remainder of the table out on your own and get the totals when you complete this exercise. Hopefully this will assist you in completing the entire table.